Today, I'm going to share something with you which can actually make any kind of help to make a significant change in your life. Be it you want to leave some addiction like smoking or alcohol, be it you want to get out of some kind of rustic kind of relationship, or be it that you have some kind of past that is behind you, or some kind of future anxiety that is giving you all kind of glimpse of terror. So listen to me carefully. This is not anything which is not scientific. Everything is simple, scientific, and I hope you would appreciate once you will understand the simple knowledge of stuff that I'm going to share with you. What you need to do is you just need to believe in what you believe. You'd have to listen to me, and then you have to say no if you think that whatever I am uttering or talking to you is not making any sense to you. So it's essential that whatever you listen, understand it, and not only understand it, put it in your life, see it that it happens in exact the way I am telling you. I am the biggest proof in your front of you who has already tried this technique and used this technique and have been making able to more kind of peaceful confrontation with the life. So what exactly it is? Before, without putting anything more stress upon it, let's do it. You just listen and follow me. First of all, what we are going to do is we're just going to talk simple things, and then we are going to extract some kind of principles out of that for so that we can move ahead into the deep of this technique. This technique can help you, believe me, it can help you quit any kind of bad habit, be it smoking, nicotine, cigarette, oh sorry, alcohol, be it any kind of heartache, like, lost something in love or a relationship, be it any kind of loss of life, be it anything in this materialistic life, including the shock of job loss or any other shock. So it's important that you understand. Without understanding, this technique is not going to work. So listen to me carefully, and I may wish to my Lord, my cute Lord, that may you all get the best out of this technique. So the technique is you're able to see me, you're able to see my video, you're able to hear me. So let me put it in a different way. Let's say this is a glass case, or this is just a case. I can see this case. I, I can see this case, right? Simple statement. Is there any uh, complex situation here? No, it's very simple. I can see this case. Then, who is the seer? Is this the seer? No, this is the seer, I am the seer. And what is seen here? This is seen. So I, the seer, and this is the seen. How I am seeing this through my hands? No, I'm seeing it through my eyes. So my eye becomes the seer, and this case becomes the seen. So I becomes the knower, this case becomes the known. It's a simple thing, nothing as such in complex, right? Now, let's get a principle out of it, or in the simple word language, let's get a truth out of it. That the seer and the seen are different. The seer and the seen are different. Knower and the known are different. Simple. It's not a rocket science. You would say, yes, Vipin, this is simple. The knower and the known are different. What if the knower and the known were same? Then this object would not be a separate object from my eyes. Okay? So just, will lead to something which will take care of lot many problems of yours. So just be with me, just show some patience, have some patience. So the seer is different from the seen. So this is, we take it as a principle or rule number one. But we won't stop here. What we're going to do, we're just going to extract some more potential information if we can do. That the seer is one, but seen are many. Seer is one, but seen are many, right? So I have this disk, I have this something, or I have this beads, right? I have this case. So the seer is one, seen, there are many different objects, right? So this is the principle number two, because this is the same set of eyes I'm using to see the different entities or different things around me. But my eyes are same. So the knower is the same, but knowns are different. So the keyword here is, the first keyword was that there is difference between the known and the knower. The second keyword I'm emphasizing is that there are many different objects and the known is the same seer. The known is same, but their objects are many. The keyword here we are taking is many. The third and the last learning we would try to get from the situation is that the conditions of my eyes is comparatively same, but the condition of this room may change. Like, I can just open this up, right? Or maybe I can just go, or maybe I just, I go out of this. So the condition of this room may change from morning to evening, but the conditions of my eyes would comparatively would be same. So three keywords we extracted. One, the knower, my eyes, and the known are different. That is one. Second, that the knower is one, but known are many. Don't you think, there are books, there's TV, there is a remote in the room. So there are many things, but eyes, same set of eyes. And the third, the change, the condition of the room keep changing. In the morning, the sunlight was coming from the east side, and in the evening, the sunlight would come from the west side, right? So the different objects, different people would be there. So it keeps on changing. So three keywords we learned. One, the knower is and known are different. The knower is same, but there are many different objects against the eyes. And the third and the last one is that the knower conditions are comparatively same, but there can be many different, scenes in front of the known. So, is there any fact that you want to argue with? I think these are the simple things, isn't it? So that's the first part, step one, which anyone would agree and would not waste any time on thinking about it. That yes, that knower, that my eyes, they are different from the objects out in the world. The eyes are same, but there are many different objects, and the eyes are relatively same, but the scene around us keeps changing. Cool. But how can these eyes, from these eyes, we are able to see? Is it that this box will enter into my eyes and then I'll see it? No, if that would happen, believe me, you would just not be able to talk. So basically, simple physics is that the light reflects upon an object and then gets into the eyes, and from the eyes it gets into the mind, and some neurotransmissions, and then something happens we don't know, and then our mind actually projects something internally, and then we can see this thing. So the next step is that the eyes becomes the seen. The eyes becomes the known. And who is the knower or who is the seer? The mind. Mind becomes the seer and eyes becomes the seen. Isn't it? It's very obvious. See, mind is different. See, do you just say that you can only see with your eyes? No, many of the times you are just seeing, but your mind is somewhere else, and suddenly you tell, "Oh, I didn't know. I crossed two lights or three lights." Right? I mean, it's not that eyes are able to conceive what it sees. Eyes are just an instrument, isn't it? The actual faculty to understand what is we are seeing is basically the mind. So mind becomes the seer, and then the eyes becomes the seen. So if that is the truth, so if that is the truth, that means that mind becomes a seer and eyes becomes a seen. Then let's apply the three principles we just learned. One, that the mind and eyes should be different. Is it? Yes, it is. Obviously, mind is different, eyes are different. Mind is something, I mean, mind, brain, and eyes are these two. So, of course, they are different. So, there is no argument to it. Second, see, in the eyes, there are many scenes. If I put my head here, if I put my head here, if I put my head here, every time I rotate my head along my eyes, there are different scenes in my eyes. But the knower, the mind is same, who is observing the scenes in eyes, isn't it? So the second principle also is accurately compatible here. Third, the last, that the condition of my eyes keep changing, but my mind knows. In the morning, oh, I'm not able to see, or maybe I need my specs, or maybe it's windy, or I have something in my eye. So the condition of my eyes keep changing, but my mind is comparatively same. So the three set are applicable. Hence, I can say yes, that's true, and I hope you would also agree that the mind is the seer, and eyes become the seen. At the first step, what it was, the eyes are the known knower, and the seen, the object is the known. And we created three principles, and then we said, okay, let's put it to the mind, and the mind becomes the seer, and eyes becomes the known. And the same, rule applied. It is different. There are many different scenes in the eyes, and the condition of the eyes keep changing. And not only the instrument of eye, you can also see your instrument, the hearing instrument. Who is the knower? The mind is the knower, and it listens through the eyes, sorry, through ears. And again, if I put the same philosophy, that mind is comparatively same, the ear means mind and the ears are different, of course. There are so many different kind of noises coming in my ears, and then the condition of our ears keeps on changing. Mind relatively remains same. So in nutshell, if I say that the mind becomes the seer and all these instruments becomes the seen, be it the your nostril, your tongue, your touch, your listening ability, your ears, etc. So who's the seer now? Your mind. And what is the seen? Through these instruments, we can see this, we can actually experience this body. So do you think that this is I, this is me, this is Vipin? You would have said, no, this is a box, simple, for putting the glasses. And one of the principles was that if this is something which is different, it is different. This is known, this is an object that can be known by my eyes or, of course, by my mind, then this is different. So it is not me, it is different, right? Same way, when I have understood that my mind is different from my eyes, from my ears, from my skin, from my tongue, from my nostril, from my body. What does that mean? That I am not ears, eyes, body, mind. I'm the mind. It's very simple, When I say that my eyes are looking at this thing and I say this is different, when it is different, then it is different. If a person going in a car and he is a different, if something happens to him, I'll definitely would be hurt as a person, but fine, is a different entity. So there is a gap. This is even if someone burns it, I'll be hurt. But that hurt, that pain would be limited of the loss of this object, right? But now what we have learned that see, your mind is the main seer, and your eyes and all these are seen. These are the objects, and from the same philosophy, if they are the objects that can be observed by mind, then they are different. And if they're different, they're not you. So if they're not you, then why we should have that much of pain and we just keep saying, oh, my tummy, oh, my eyes, oh, I have some problem in my I have a fever, etc. It's fine. Things get sometimes silly and nasty and broken. It's fine, we just fix them. Anyway, the idea is not to stop here. Idea is just to understand who you are. So you're not this eyes and body. But the strange thing is sometimes, when we say, oh, this is my body. That is fine. We normally make a statement, this is my car. It's fine. But do you ever say, I'm a car? But many times when you say, I am Vipin, I am this body and I am Vipin. So this is a false indication, and that is the jada of all the problems. That's the root cause of all the problems that is there in the mind. And anyway, let's just go a little deep and then we'll see. The third step is your mind becomes the scene. Your mind becomes the scene, and you becomes the seer. Don't you think so? Sometimes you say, "Oh, Vipin, I feel so happy. I feel so sad." You know, So this feeling, where it is happening? Its feeling is happening in hand? No. Its feeling is happening in eyes? No. In teeth? No. In ears? No. In hairs? No. Where is that feeling is happening? In the mind, isn't it? So the feeling is happening in the mind. That means that the state of mind is different, and there is someone in you who knows, who is aware, who realizes, who understands that I'm not feeling good. So who is not feeling good? It's just the mind. It's the mind who is not feeling. Sometimes we say, "Oh, I'm so happy, Vipin, I'm so happy," or I have so much of anxiety." Or someone will say, "I'm so much of craving." What is having this craving? Do you think your heart would have a craving? Or your leg would have craving? No, it is in the mind. So what I'm trying to say that the third step is mind becomes the scene, and you the awareness. I'm just not going to want to give any fancy name here very fast. Just awareness. Just awareness. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware. Simple aware. No thinking. No bloody thinking. Only awareness. I'm aware. So I'm aware of my mind. Just look at this, just to close your eyes and just think what you're thinking. It's called introspection. But don't get into that introspection or something is also a faculty of the mind. No, mind is just a if we go to the Suthul Shrira, which is the subtle body, this is the Annamaya Kosha, right? This is which is the gross body, and inside us is the Sthul Shrira, which is subtle body. It is just not one entity. There are 17 to 19 different parts. What are these? Five action, seeing, hearing, oh, sorry, five, the senses, seeing, hearing, touching, eating, taste, etc. Five motions, catching, running, etc., etc. Five apan, prana, vayu, etc. Five. Then chit and memory, consciousness and memory. So 17, and sometimes they say ego and ankar also. So 19. So there are 17 different entities within the subtle body. It's not only the mind. It's for just for easiness we say, oh, I have a mind, right? But what I'm trying to say is that this mind becomes the seen, and who is seeing it? Not these 17 entities. No, 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 no. These 17 entities are doing their own respective jobs. Apan, Varan, Pran, Vanu, Vayu again is doing whatever they have to do to assimilate the food or to have you breathing, whatever the intellect is doing, discrimination, whatever memories are setting up is just pushing up the memory to you as per your conditioning. What his ego is doing, saying, I am this, that is what it is doing. That my mind, I am the real person, and he's the fake person, the I, ego. See, when you don't use any of these faculties, you just just simply listen to my voice without thinking anything. What is aware of my voice right now? That's your awareness, that your core awareness. Let's do this in a different way. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And just hold my hand and let's move to the first memory of your childhood when you were little cute kiddo. Just don't open your eyes. Just be there for some time. What are you feeling? How it feels to be a little kid. Don't juggle around to take the best memory out of or the faded one. Just one, the best you can just recall. Maybe you are in school or you were doing something. How are you feeling? What is the what is the shape of your body? What is happening in your mind at that time? Okay, just come to this 10th standard, when you're doing this, just you were an elder teenager and you're going for the first exams. How are you feeling now? What is happening around you? Do you feel the anxiety or happiness? How everything around you? Okay. Go to the first day when you started your college. Free world. You're happy, excited, confused, looking for people around you who could be your mates for 3, 4 years and head, little butterfly in your tummy. And go to the day when you started your first job. Wow. Feeling happy, feeling sort of confusion and anxiety, how you're going to be successful. And just come back here in this moment. See, you were aware. I just did a guided meditation, and you were aware of the things. You were aware of certain things in your life. That was the awareness which went back, used the faculty of memory upon my instructions, and could see, it could feel the same things. The feelings came in mind, the anxiety, fear, etc., etc. But who are you? You're just the awareness, pure awareness. Let me give now a fancy name of it, but is consciousness. Your consciousness. Your consciousness, the awareness, the sentient, that could actually see the activities of so-called encapsulated mind with those 17 different branches, knowing or unknowing of your awareness. So, if that's the truth, then let's put those three things that the awareness becomes the seer and your mind becomes the seen. If that is the truth, that means the consciousness becomes the seer, the knower, and your mind becomes the known, the seen. Then are they different? First principle? Yes, they are different. Mind is different, of course, consciousness is different. You can argue with me, you can call and I can prove that. But it's simple thing. It's not a, rocket science. Consciousness, the awareness is different, and like memory and feeling of happiness, they both are different, isn't it? Same way, consciousness, awareness is just pure awareness. It's just the awareness, simple awareness, consciousness. I got something in my leg, some ant bite, and my consciousness is there. That's simple thing. The pain is not consciousness. So the awareness is basically, if there is no awareness, I'm afraid that you will be able to uh, evaluate or find the mind. And through mind, you're able to feel the body, and through body, you're able to feel the world. A simple thing. So at the core, what we have, the consciousness. Well, if this is the fact, then the consciousness is different, and of course, the mind and the 17 faculties are different. So that's true. One. Second, that awareness is one, but there are so many thoughts in mind in a day, 25,000 thoughts approx. If you're not sleeping all the day, isn't it? So there are many different thoughts in the day, dancing here and there, and your awareness is just one. If you did that little meditation that I just asked you, it was the awareness which went to your past, to your childhood, and then we slowly came back through the different lanes of the memories, slowly, 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 right? And believe me, that's why we always say, I feel so identical throughout my life. It was the same way I used to feel when I was a kid, even when I was not able to walk. It was the same I used to feel when I was teenager or when I started my job. The awareness was same. That was me, the same. What kept on changing was body, of course. Look at yourself. You're not that small kiddo now. And what else kept on changing? Of course, your mind. And with the mind, there were so many different things that kept on changing. As a kid, you would love kid candies, but as a teenager, you would love opposite sex, and as a mature person, you would love assets and cars and whatnot. So the desire changes. The problem changes in the mind. Mind itself changes, your body changes, but you remain, the pure awareness remains the same thing. And that is why, when you see some old man dancing in the rain, they say, ah, kitne bachcho ki tarah, he's just enjoying the life like a kid. It's not that he's enjoying the life like a kid, it is just that he's always, as an internal, permanent awareness is always same. It is just a pure light which is reflecting on certain things in the material life as per the conditions around what happens and the situations, and then, our wrong ego, because that is one of the property of the mind that says, okay, this is me, now I have become this, this has been changed. Nothing changes in your real self, the true Atman. Oh, I gave you another fancy name. So if that is there, so the consciousness is the seer, and your mind becomes the seen, and then the mind is basically has different from the seer consciousness. You agree? There are so many different thoughts in the mind, and the consciousness remains same. Agree. Third is the condition of mind keeps changing. In morning it is just anxiety. I have to go to office, and someone tells that office is off. Anxiety gone. It is happy, and then someone tells you, oh, you have to do extra overtime. You're not down, up, down, up, down. You ask someone who drinks that, "Yeah, we'll give you the drink tomorrow, today in the evening." He would be very happy, and tell someone that, oh, we are not going to allow you, we're going to just captivate you in some kind of cell, the way he kind of depression that he would. So the condition of mind keeps changing. The awareness is still the same. That means you are not even your mind. So if you're not even your mind, then who you are? Oh, we said your consciousness, and that, of course, that's the truth. How can be you? How can be you this body? You cannot be body. The body which keeps changing, which is so impure. Look into your tummy. What all there is in the tummy? If something has to put everything in you, you would just say, go. How can Atman be impure? How can the consciousness can be impure? No, it is not. So you as an Atman or consciousness, you cannot be body. And there are so many different, unfortunately, bad example. But yes, someone got an accident and lost his limbs. He still is alive or would be alive. He would not be dead. So the body is the limbs, the hands is not going to decide whether it is you or not. And if you talk about mind, there are severe situations where a helicopter burned out or accident and an army air person official lost his he was rescued as a brain dead, though his body is working and he's declared into coma. What do you say that? So the brain is also not that you. My father, he is a patient of Alzheimer. He has lost his memory, but he does, all the daily tasks. He eats food, he looks at me, and he greets me, though he doesn't have anything to say because his brain doesn't function that way. The memories are gone, but rest of the operative tools are working. So it's not the brain. But the moment that Atma leaves the body, and there's nothing. So if you know that you are Atman, now let's come to the real thing. Then the problem of this world, are they really my problems? The problem of this body, are they really my problems? The problem of this mind, are they really my problems? Or I would say, hey, Vipin, you are making us idiot. Yeah, these all are our problems because through Atman, we are just possessing all this thing. Through Atman, we are illuminating the mind. Through mind, we are illuminating the body. And through body, we are illuminating the world. So, of course, all these problems are our problems. Cool. Keep this way. And that is why you will see all people running, living in this life with problems. You know, when you go in a marriage and people around there and you're just attending the wedding, and if something happens there, would you say, okay, fine, at the end, their wedding, let me just eat and just go home and sleep? Though you're part of that marriage function, but you feel separate at the end. Doesn't matter how close that marriage is. Extreme situations, be it you are in PGI, ICU, extreme situation. At the end, you would deal with it. You would say, okay, fine, let it be. Even if you are at some police station or some extreme situation, you would separate yourself from that situation. Same way, when you disintegrate yourself and identify your own true self, that you are Atman within this body, then you start realizing that if it is not I, it's fine to take care of this. If it's fine to make money, it's fine to do the things in this world so that you are in the law, taking care of people, your responsibilities, duties to an extent which is required, but you are not that. You're not the body. It's like, I know I am a man, I'm a human, I'm driving a car. It doesn't mean that I will drive a car, oh, I am a Atman, flick, and let me break all the rules. No, I'll obey. I abide with all the rules. I'll keep my left. I'll take care of the red, green signals. I'll do all the duties toward as a driver when I'm driving a car. But at the end, I know that I'm not a car. Yes, it would hurt if the car would have some dent or puncture, but that pain would be for how much? I would not be, I would not go into depression and start taking alcohol or keep crying, oh my car, now I have to go to Haridwar, I have to take mannat, oh, my car, my car. No, we just think rationals and we just move on. Same way with your body. And you know that, okay, this is your body. And let's say you got a fracture or you got something, fever, corona, like I have now. It's okay. Just take care of it. Just do the duty, but don't be just be in depression. And the same way, when you have relationships, when you have loss of any kind in this material world, move on. Things would come, things would change, you know. Things never remain the same. Your life yourself is a learning, you know, just go back and you would see it never had been the same. It was the up and downs. Let it be. Same way in case if you're having some bodily problem, let it be. You know, just take care. Go to a doctor, take good medicine, take rest, take the best medicine. But then don't worry. Same way if you have some mental problem like smoking. I don't know why people smoke. Or boozing around alcohol. Every day alcohol chahiye, ye bahana, wo bahana. Stupid things. Or I have so much of anger for someone, or I hated someone, or I had a love for someone, and all these mental botherations that someone has done. Leave it. Because you're not mind. Mind is also not yours. You're pure Atman. Cute to Atman. When you look at the stage, you would see how pure it is. People tell me, you know, that Vipin, when we are doing all this, the way you teach, you know, it's just there. It's just there. You start feeling okay, here, somewhere. Maybe somewhere I am. You know, people, everyone would have a different idea where they can feel their own Atman. You know, in a practical way, if you just try to say, okay, where you feel your Atman is. Maybe if I say cut up and down, you won't see the Atman downward. You would see the Atman up. If I put this half, again you would see Atman little bit up or little bit down because this is the place where we have ears, eyes, and nose. So somewhere here in between, you can say feel the Atman. I'm not going to very deep in this first session because there is a concept of reflected consciousness and the pure consciousness, which itself, if you are interested, I can do, but then that takes 12 different sessions of one session each 1 hour to actually understand the concept which I'm sharing with you. But I'm telling you, the moment you understand that you're an Atman, the two things would happen. One, you would say, what the hell I have done for myself then? Because then myself is not this body, world, and mind. है ना? You created wealth, you did the education for anything and everything so that you can have a very luxurious life. You have Honda car and BMW and good wife, children, good assets, good secure business. That was for this world. It would be taken away. Sikandar went on. It doesn't matter how much money you're making, buddy. Knock, knock, knock. Don't waste your time in doing foolish things. Uh, and if you think that, oh, you have done anything and everything for your mind satisfaction, that you have done so much of seva, you have done so many things, okay, when you will die, mind would actually been gone. You have done so much of puja, beading, and all. Good, good, self-satisfaction. For your body, you have done so many things, yoga and, gym and good clothes, good. One day they would either bury it or they would just burn it. But the true things, the Atman, the actual real seer, what we have done for it, when we are not even recognizing him or it. How many times you think that, oh, I am Atma, then what should I do? If I am, if I'm a car, what should I do? If I'm a car, what should I do? I go straight, I honk properly. I take the throttle in a very good way. I should have good pickup. I should take less fuel because I'm a good car. I keep shining. I'm a good body. I should, work, should be able to make money. That's fine. I'm a good mind. I love everyone and I try to make everyone happy and everyone around me loves me. That's my mind. All those 17 different faculties. But as an Atman, वो तो मरने के बाद ही पता चलेगा. Postmortem check. If I give you a check which says, okay, when you would die, I'll give you $5 million, you will say, hell with you, Vipin. So that doesn't work. What works is that within this life, when you're awake, when you're young, know yourself that you are consciousness and then live your life. You're living the life even if you're not in awareness, if you're in ignorance, then also you're living the same life that you're the consciousness, the Atman, the Brahman, the true yourself. Through that illumination, your mind get illuminated. Through your mind illuminates, you get the illumination to the nails of your fingers. And from there, you start sensing the world around you. You may say, yes, but then the world is different from what I am. The reason is why? Because see, I feel the pain in my hands, but I don't feel that kind of pain in the objects. I know. Ignorance. I know all this ignorance. Because no one teaches us. If you will teach Bhagavad Gita, people would shut you down. People would say no, and people will ask you to learn anything and everything else. What exactly is required? People would not interested because they just want to make money. Everyone wants to make money, have sex, eat more, be cool. For what? For the car? Maruti 800? No, don't do that. Don't waste your time. From the illumination, from the our Atman, our mind gets the illumination, and the mind had all the different faculty, intellect, memories, and all that they work. From that, we get the senses done, and we can hear and we can perceive the uh, world around us, and from that, we try to make the thing. So if the consciousness, if the Atman is removed, or the consciousness, let's not be that religious using the thing Atman. If the consciousness is not there, I can bet you cannot feel anything. If your awareness is gone, nothing is there, nothing. And nothing as such an as important, or can actually that we cannot leave. See, think about something which is most attractive or most attachment in this world. The most attachment in this world is the love for a young mother for her child. Is the most love kind of attachment. But that mother at night knowingly goes to sleep and the child is there sleeping. She doesn't care then. Yeah, you would say, I know, younger mother, they don't get these things easily. But yes, I know. But at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, when she goes to sleep, she leaves her child. Such a great attachment. Same way, such a great, horrible things. A person who is dying in ICU, when he goes to sleep, he leaves that thing. So it doesn't matter the repulsion or the hankering, the love or the hate. Every day we leave it for good 7, 8 hours. And that is the way we can live. We are able to live. Any person who feels that I am a regular smoker, he leaves the smoking. Otherwise, he is just a chain smoker. But when he sleeps, he doesn't smoke. That doesn't mean that you keep sleeping. But what I'm trying to say, that is the problem of the mind. It's not the problem of you. If someone has lost his dear one, at the time when he or she would go into sleep, maybe after 30 hours or 40 hours, they would leave everything. So why don't you live at the core level and be, more clear and then make this world very happy? Because when you are able to deal with the stupidity of mind, body, and the world, you're more clearer. Then you can do good to the good people and good to good yourself. You can do have the clarity in your ideas and the goals, and you are not just hankering about the bad things. So I think if you will understand this, this is very practical way to do. Few of my students they take 4 years to understand and to reach at this stage, and few of my students they reach at this stage within 3 months. Uh, I don't charge for this, and why? What I'm doing student? Why I'm saying student? Because the teacher and student relationship is very, very crucial. I am not a Diksha Guru. I am just only a Shiksha Guru for all religions, maybe it Shiva, be it Krishna, be it Jesus, be it Sikhism, be it any. I just want that each one of us can have a very healthy life and can be just be out of these ignorance related issues should be just kicked out of our life. So if you really have questions, feel free to contact me on the message or just try to reach me. My numbers are there on web. Thank you guys. I love you or try to connect with me at the conscious level. I haven't met anyone in last 10 years whom I can talk at the conscious level. People would meet me at a level of body or mind, intellect, not at a conscious level. I'm trying to find at least one I would see someday. Bye bye. Take care.